sometimes we need to be able to handle non-right triangles. So let's consider a triangle that looks like this. And none of these angles are 90 degrees, and we can provide labels for each of those angles: alpha, beta, and gamma. And we can also provide side labels. So across from alpha, we're going to have A. Across from gamma, we'll have C. And across from beta, we'll have B. And let's suppose that we want to find, let's suppose that we have the angle alpha, the angle beta, and we also have the side length A. We would be able to find side length B if we were to use the law of sines. We can see this by writing out the law of sines, which says that the sine of alpha over A is equal to the sine of beta over B is equal to the sine of gamma over C. And if we are going to solve for B using these equalities here, we can see that we can use just this part of the law of sines. And if we do that, we could solve for B, and we would get that B is equal to A sine beta all over the sine of alpha. And there you have one example of how you might use the law of sines. But basically, it's just these set of equations, and you can manipulate these things algebraically to solve for the quantity that you want, considering the quantities that you do have in hand. Another way to tackle non-right triangles is to use the law of cosines. In this case, the formula or expression looks like this. We could write it in the following way. That is that C is equal to the square root of B squared plus A squared minus 2AB cosine of gamma. So what this means is that if we have a triangle that's some sort of non-right triangle, and we have the angles similar to what we had up above, except for this particular triangle, if we have gamma and we have the two sides that are on either side of that angle, A and B, we would have all of the information to put into this formula and solve for the third side, C. And that is the value of knowing the law of cosines. There will be occasions in statics where we will want to know about the law of cosines and make use of it. And so then that concludes our brief discussion about how to handle non-right triangles.